This is where your classroom will be. One will be right in here. As you guys will see, this is where you'll have some of your courses when you're not doing any actual welding. This is where you'll sit down and have the classes.
Sir.
So this is the closest to a classroom setting that you will be in. There will be no more than 20 students in a class, if that. But at the moment right now, there's probably like about 15. And then that's when we can transition into the real fun stuff. Thank you. So yeah, now we can come through here. This is where.
Oh, wow.
So currently right now, the rest of this is going to be filled up with welding stations. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, we have about 120. You all will have your own personal welding stations. Yes, I do know the size of it is very overwhelming because when I first came in, I thought you could put a supermarket in here. So,
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a big space, and I mean, essentially, this is yours. Like, while you're here, this will be where you guys do all the stuff. So as I've told them in the past, this is the type of learning that we do here. Oh, before we get there, will be your student lounge as well. We have a bunch of vending machines. So yeah, Kevin, this will also be your student lounge. You have some vending machines. There'll be a big TV in there. If I'm not mistaken, there's a fridge and a microwave on the other side. So there's that. But just like as I told them earlier, this is a very hands-on type of program. We are very, very more focused on hands-on. You know the saying, you know when you're learning how to swim for the first time and they just throw you in the water until you swim up? That's essentially what this will be. Here are your bathrooms from when you leave class. So yeah, this is where the welding stations will be located. We have about 6 different courses within their welding that they will do, starting with welding basics, then they'll start to understand welding for commercial or residential areas as well. And it's just, you get the whole thing. Cross, TIG, all that stuff. You see it up on the board right there. And then this is essentially how one of your stations will look like right over here. So this will be all yours. You'll just have your own like this. Everyone, you can see it, Kevin?
Oh, sorry about that, love.
So yeah, that's how your own, and you will have your own station. So as I said right now, there's probably about 140 stations. They're planning on adding about up to 200, I want to say. So yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, this is one of those where it's like we're really investing into them. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
great.
I don't know if so to give you guys even more context that I've explained to them too. One of the things we do, we also help them with prepare for their interviews. We also help them with tailoring their resumes for the job, what questions to ask, because as you guys probably know, if your parents told you, any interview you're in, you always have to ask a question. Even if you don't have a question, find a question. They're like, what makes, I don't know, just come up with something. But that's why we're gonna help you in answering any questions that they may ask you, and then you can also ask the right questions so that you're not getting yourself into a situation that could be prevented. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing too, with that being said, we also have one of the best things that I think we offer. It's not that we guarantee you a job. We get you in the door, just like with any job interview. You get in the door and then you do the rest yourself. But one thing that we do is, if you're to, let's say, get a job, everything's going great, and then one day all of a sudden it just goes under. One of the things that we do is he could then come back to us, and then we will then help him in finding another job. In terms of like with a career fair, or just like employers that we may know and be like, hey, one of our alumni is in a situation. But as I say this to everyone, too much is given, is much expected.
Right.
Just now, because we now help you, doesn't mean now that's your time to now start showing your ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't want to start being late. You don't want to now think, oh, this is the time that I want to do some stuff I shouldn't be doing before work, and now you now make us look bad, because when then that happens, that's when we then disassociate ourselves.
That's right.
So, as I said, this is essentially will be your new home. I mean, it's really 4 days a week, and think about it. If you guys are to start as early as June, because we're really trying to target for a June 1st start date, especially with the high schoolers. If my math serves me right, they will graduate as early as January and be able to start making money right then and there.
Oh,
And yeah, so I don't know if y'all have seen, but the average welder outside of school makes as much as $80,000 right after they get out of welding school. And with us being a nationally recognized school, one of the things that we offer the best is while they're here learning, it's counting as actual working hours for them. So you know how like when we're in college, like when we were all in college, they always used to tell us, "Oh my God, like, I have no experience for a job." Well, no, they expected the jobs you worked at school and use that as your experience. So that's the benefit that they have. It's not like you don't have to get in like a welding job while you're in class. Because of where you go now, and it's a nationally accredited school, it will then work as working hours for you. So you know what I'm saying? So as I said, this will be yours. I mean, people here will help you no matter what. I mean, don't think at any moment, even after you enroll, if that's what you decide to do, even if after you enroll, I will still always be your point of contact. You have an issue with the professor, I'm the person you come to, and we can see how we can situate that. If there's something going on where it's like, you know, you just need someone to talk to, or you just need help with anything. Again, I'm not that much older than y'all, so I can say this. It's a little different if it was like my other coworkers, because my youngest brother is only like a year and a half older than y'all. So that's why I can be a little bit more comfortable with y'all in that regard. Just like, you know, if y'all ever need that person as like a spokesperson just to talk to if anything goes on, like, I'm your point of contact. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that, don't think that, oh, after this, I just dump y'all off, never to see y'all. Nah, that's never the case.
beautiful.
So yeah. This is in that regard. So how we feeling? Do you have any questions on anything?
Yeah, quick question. What else the welding that y'all teaching them, the MIG and TIG?
Yeah, teach them MIG and TIG, 1, 2G, 3G as well. And then we also teach them with residential, commercial as well. And then the fundamentals, that's the first one that they'll learn. The only type of welding we don't teach is underwater welding.
Right.
That's the only one we just don't teach.
Soldering too?
Yep, we do all of that. Y'all got anything?
How much is like the tuition?
So the investment that you will be making after everything would be 24-1. With welding in particular. And then I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I gave you the student financial services number. Yeah. So they will be able to give you a package of what offer, like scholarships you can apply for. I think it's not too late for you to apply for scholarships online before this, but I do need to give you the student financial services number. But in regards to that, they will give you what packages you're eligible for and how you could pay for that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So as I said, at the end of the day, it's really an investment, and you're betting on yourself. And if you are to if you're to absorb the knowledge that is given to you, you guys will be putting yourselves in a situation whereby you are now an essential worker. No matter, I mean, you guys see it every day. Like by the time the current freshmen probably graduate college, they probably might not have jobs for them because AI just keeps getting better and better every year. And realistically, it might get to a point where it's like they don't even need me to find welders anymore because they'll think that, oh, we'll just like do the process ourselves. But there will never be enough AI. There will never be AI that can weld. There will never be any AI that can do plumbing, fix your AC or your fridge or your freezer. Mm-hmm. There's no AI that could ever do that. So that's what makes you guys more valuable, and you guys will have a skill set. Because one thing that I always used to tell my younger brothers was find a way to add value into any circle you're in. This will be y'all's way of adding value into any circle. No matter how much they want to downplay it, you can be like, hey, you went to college, you did all that. Again, I'm not trying to talk down on college. I went to college. But at the end of the day, you guys have a skill that can never be taken away from you. You will always be valuable no matter what. Whereas with me, I have to probably go and do a certification. I have to go and learn something just to be even qualified, whereas no matter what, you guys can weld. So, yeah. So we good?
Yeah.
We're good.
So how are we feeling, y'all? Do we want to apply? How are we feeling?
Yeah.
You apply, how are you feeling? All right. You can follow me here.